So if you're a Kiss fan and you live in the Northeast, come out for all 5 shows of what we're calling Kiss Stock.
Oh, hell, the Northeast! It's times like this I curse the fact that we live in French Polynesia.
No, Peter, we're in the Northeast.
We are? And Kiss is coming to the Northeast. That means...
That means...
No, Lois, don't help me. It means we can do something.
Come on, Peter, you're almost there.
We can go to Kiss Stock!
Right? And so we've got this dialogue here, and just as a preview of what I mean by formal reasoning, we could take this casual argument, this everyday argument, again, casual, right, and formalize it. So let's do that with both of instances of Peter's reasoning. So first, we've got this argument here, his original reading that says, if we live in the Northeast, then we can go to Kiss Stock. But he mistakenly believes that they do not live in the Northeast. So what's called premise 2 here, the second line of the argument, second statement in the argument, is actually false. Therefore, he draws a mistaken conclusion, which is also false, that he cannot go to Kiss Stock. So on the basis of a bad premise, he draws a bad conclusion, right? Later on in the semester, we'll learn that this argument form is called affirming, denying, sorry, I got it backwards there, denying the antecedent. So I'm just going to give it a little DA designation there. That's actually a formal fallacy. Again, we'll come back to this stuff later. And then on the other side is his corrected reasoning, right? So same first premise. If we live in the Northeast, then we can go to Kiss Stock. Gene Simmons expressed that. Cartoon Gene Simmons expresses that in the clip. And then Peter does get corrected. Lois points out that, no, Peter, we live in the Northeast. And then she has to kind of, wait for him to get the inference, to make that final judgment and draw that common sense conclusion, right? But he eventually gets there, right? So we've got 2 mistakes in Peter's common sense reasoning. False information, bad information, and then it takes him a little bit of a while to figure out, to make that common sense implication, right? The inference, or draw the conclusion on the basis of the correct information, right? So that's Peter Griffin's reasoning. That's not like a one-off for Peter. That's more common of his everyday reasoning, right? But we've got to be better than Peter Griffin here, right? We're in an institution of higher learning, so we've got to be better in our common sense reasoning than Peter Griffin is.